Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show where we go through the top trending stories. My name is Casey.
And I'm Massa.
And today's top story, the KHDA has set stricter standards for teachers in Dubai.
And Sheikh Zayed Road has expanded to ease traffic.
We're talking about a resident whose main concern is people using those high beam lights at night.
And is Wizz Air making a comeback?
We're going to talk all about that, and later on in the show we're joined by After 6, the walking club turning strangers into friends.
And today's upper weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 32 to 41 Celsius.
It's a super exciting day.
Yay!
In the Lovin Dubai office, I must say.
Why?
We have
If you haven't noticed yet.
we have videos coming through from the team who have been probably working all night getting the setup ready for the Lovin Dubai Community Awards, which are happening tonight for the first time ever in Al Circa, live event to honour the amazing people in the community of the heart and soul and spirit of Dubai.
How excited are we? And not just that, we're going to go live at YouTube at 7 p.m. So in case if you're not attending, you can still watch it. So you can drop in questions as well. So if you want to ask any your favorite influencers or nominees, you can drop in the questions in the comment section. I will read it and we'll ask them.
And so Massa is going to be live on the red carpet. Think like the Oscars. Massa.
Yay.
I'll be live on stage and we're having an awards. And I'll tell you, I'll be totally honest with you, we've never done this before. And
so it's quite new.
I'd like to take feedback before the event starts. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like, before we make the mistake. So if anyone watching now has run live events before and you've got advice, because I got a very solid tip yesterday from Rakan, who's actually watching. Well, he was watching.
What's the tip?
It was a very solid tip. So I'm going to be presenting the awards.
Okay.
And
are you nervous, by the way, to be on stage, or are you fine?
I'm nervous.
Okay. What is the award that you're presenting?
I'll be on stage throughout the awards, and then
Okay.
I'll be reading the categories, and then someone else will come to present the award.
Okay.
And so Rakan's advice was, because we were going to have these really cool videos to show all of the amazing people and all of the great things that they have done. However, if you haven't noticed, the internet is
slow.
We can't even get the assets onto the software that we're using.
It's so slow. I can't even open my email.
Right, we can't even open it. So how we expect this to happen? So he's saying you have to prepare for every eventuality. So for example, if that screen cuts and I'm standing there with my mouth open,
don't act shocked, act normal. Is that the advice that Rakan gave? I hope it was.
No, it was very smart. So he was like, you need to have all of the names of the nominees and what they've done as well, because it's going to be on the video. So that's actually not my role. But he was like, you need to prepare for the fact that if that breaks down, what's going to happen? So I thought that was good advice.
Can we do like a quick prova? Like what's going to happen if that fails? What are you going to do? Don't cry, no. Crying is never the solution.
I would like some solid. I think if something goes wrong, as long as you smile, it will be fine.
You know what? Just humor it, Like if anything happens, just make a joke and stuff, Move past it.
People will have empathy.
Yeah, people will have empathy regardless. And just make them laugh and make it less awkward, Fill the awkwardness with laughter.
But as we said yesterday, so people will have empathy in the room because humans are humans and our human nature is to be kind to people. However, if the video of the going wrong goes on social, which no doubt it would, that's when the people would begin to be less kind.
It will not, because this is Community Awards. It's honoring the people. So it's all about recognition and peace and happiness and tolerance.
Tolerance. It's
tolerance. So if anything happens...
But I must say, the people in the room are the people who've been on this show for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
The people's stories that have pulled on your heartstrings. The people's stories who you're like, wow, these people are amazing. They inspire me to do more in my life. And they're the people who are going to be in the room.
Yes,
so I think we're okay.
No, you're okay. You should be safe.
It's a safe family space.
And we know most of the people, don't we?
We know everyone.
Yeah, we know everyone. So I think, no.
I feel like I know them, but they don't know me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I follow them.
Yeah, and they love us, I think. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Love that for you. Let's jump into our top story. Interesting news for teachers. You're probably at school right now, but this is something to look out for.
So KHDA sets stricter standards for teachers in Dubai. So Dubai's Knowledge and Human Development Authority has rolled out a new framework to raise teaching standards and strengthen staffing at private schools. So introducing stricter eligibility criteria, conduct requirements, and a 90-day waiting period for teachers who resign mid-term before joining another school.
Interesting. Under the updated rules, All new teachers, including those teaching Arabic and Islamic studies, must meet KHDA approved qualifications, experience and conduct standards. So current teachers have until September 2028 or April 2029 for an April start schools to comply. The reforms also require schools to issue appointment notices for every teacher and leader, replacing the previous appointment letters. And departing staff must now complete exit surveys before a new appointment notice can be issued. This will help the KHDA track teacher turnover. So interesting.
And in addition, all educators must undergo induction training on safeguarding inclusion, UAE values and professional ethics, and sign of code of conduct before starting their role. So KHD says that these changes are designed to reduce mid-year disruptions, protect students' well-being, and create a more stable and supportive environment for educators. So Dr. Amna Al-Maizi, CEO of Growth and Human Development at KHDA, said the guidelines reinforce accountability and strengthen Dubai's position as a global hub for exceptional education.
The full technical guide for appointing teaching staff in private schools is now live on KHDA's website, with briefing sessions planned for schools, HR teams and governing boards. Interesting. It looks like they are really trying to tackle mid-year turnover of teachers, because the last thing you want is a teacher to be in the class for 2 months, decide they don't like the school anymore and leave. So all of these initiatives look like they are going to combat that.
Because I know every teacher has their own style of teaching or their own way of following as what do they call it? Syllabus. Yeah, their own way of following the syllabus. So it can cause a lot of disruption because students are used to a specific way of teaching, and then when a substitute Friday comes in, and then students get confused and you don't know what to do. I have a friend that was a teacher, but she quit her job, but she tried to quit mid-year. She tried to quit mid-year, and she begged them to quit, but didn't allow her. And it was before those guidelines were set. But didn't allow her to leave. They told her, you cannot leave. It's not allowed to leave mid-year school year. It's not good for the students. She was crying, pleading. Not allowed. She
wasn't allowed to leave?
They told her you're only allowed to resign after the end of the school year.
When I was teaching, it was very, very strict. But one of the things I've noted here is that you must be qualified as per the KHDA guidelines. When I was teaching, I was not qualified as per any guidelines.
Oh, no way. They did a wonderful job, didn't you?
However, no, I didn't.
No, you did.
The rule at the time wasn't as strict, but my school was encouraging every teacher who had been employed to undergo the correct education. And they did say at that time, this was 10 years ago, they said if you don't have the qualifications within a year, then you'll be out. So the schools themselves were enforcing this kind of regulation. But it's really interesting to see that they're going to require the teachers to do an exit survey before a new appointment is allowed, which also now puts pressure on the schools. And I am deep into teacher Facebook groups in Dubai.
Yeah.
And the people who are very vocal seem a bit unhappy at the moment.
Really? Even with the exit exams?
With pressures in school and stuff. Maybe it's just the people who are vocal enough to vent, because if you're happy, you're not venting. But if you're...
I just notice people love complaining, I think.
True. But this is a specific education gripe. However, I think... allowing a teacher review if they choose to leave means that they're not just, if they're in a bad situation, it means that they're not just leaving and nothing is being done.
They're putting their
This will
concerns.
go to the KHDA, so well done to the KHDA for acknowledging
100%.
that there is a potential for to listen to the teacher who's choosing to leave mid-year, because I'm sure that they don't do it. There's a situation.
I remember I had to do an exit exam when I left my school, but I don't know if it's still in place though. I know I was a student.
An exit, like, review?
To review the school that I was in, when I graduated. Yeah.
Solid.
And I think it was just to see like the standards of the school, if they're maintaining the standards. And especially they had a question, the really important question that actually I thought of for many years. Is Arabic being introduced in a stricter and a better way, in a stronger format? Because we were all graduating with poor Arabic. So they were trying to reinforce the idea of maintaining that, healthy standards, good standards of Arabic, having strong writing skills, speaking skills in Arabic. But now they have it for us teachers, I guess.
It was the very same as us with Irish.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's jump into our next story of the day.
Is Wizz Air making a comeback? So Wizz Air could soon be back in Abu Dhabi as flight bookings to several European cities have reappeared online. So some routes are scheduled to restart in September while others are set for November.
At the moment, flights to Romania are still departing from Dubai, but new Abu Dhabi connections to Krakow in Poland and Sofia in Bulgaria are already listed.
So Lovin Dubai reached out to Wizz Air for confirmation but has not received an official response yet. So still, with flights showing up, many are hopeful that Wizz Air's Abu Dhabi operations are making a comeback.
I do hope we hear from Wizz Air on this. It's a bit of a confusing situation. We heard that they were pulling out for numerous reasons, and that was that. And by the end of August, all the flights were cancelled. We heard that people who had booked Wizz Air flights and were in Europe had flights cancelled. However, they were then reinstated, but some people already purchased other flights, so out of their own pocket. So there were definitely some frustrated customers. So I'd love to get a full statement and transparency from Wizz Air as to why they're coming back. But at the same time, very positive comments.
Very positive comments, and I feel like everyone wants Wizz Air to come back. And I'm assuming, listen, as soon as we get a signal, of course, we'll publish it. But until now, what we have to do is just to be hopeful. And I think those are the last few flights that Wizz Air is taking right now. I don't think it's a comeback. That's my guess.
Well,
my guess is like maybe there are not new flights, but those are the final flights that Wizz Air wants to take from Abu Dhabi.
but this whole thing is that it could be restarting soon.
Could be restarting, but I'm just guessing.
Interesting.
I'm just guessing.
Well,
Let's just hope.
do we have any information on how much those flights actually? Because
They're so cheap.
the comparison of the flights, you're thinking, is it worth the trip to Abu Dhabi? But they are significantly cheaper.
Yeah, because come on, like I think it's cheaper for you to go to Abu Dhabi and then take Wizz Air.
Yeah, that's what 100%. I mean,
100%.
and it's worth it. It's a low cost carrier, so it's.
Yeah, but if you are you someone that usually likes to plan ahead, or do you like to take spontaneous
Plan ahead.
trips?
Yeah, not
ahead.
No, like if someone offered me a spontaneous trip, I'd take it, but I would never be like, I'm going to go to Sri Lanka this weekend. I would never do that ever, ever, ever. No, I'm not spontaneous at all. What about you?
I think if I'm traveling back home, it's usually spontaneous. It's never planned. But if we're having a proper plan to a destination for tourism, it's always planned. Because you have to think of flights, and then you have to think of hotels. So it's never spontaneous, no. And if Wizz Air came back, where are you traveling if you want to take it?
I don't know their flight routes. I think they go to the Maldives.
Yeah, they do. They do.
So
they go to Maldives.
If someone's willing to pay for that accommodation, I'll book the Wizz Air flight to go with it.
I'm always willing to pay less for flights and pay more for hotels, I think.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would get the cheapest flight on the longest route and the most expensive hotel.
Yes.
And I'd be okay with that.
It's just transportation, you know. I don't think it's really important to have like the best transport. You know what? No, actually it is because of your back.
Depends on your back.
You know what? Just hotels.
There's nothing like a nice, comfortable hotel bed. Looking at all these comments, good morning to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, Mohammed Al Saba. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Our next story of the day is about a Dubai resident who has had enough of driving with high beam lights. So on behalf of fellow... They're one of the worst. On behalf of fellow road users, a Dubai resident has a special message for drivers who insist on flashing their high beams. Sania Iqbal Attarwala, a Dubai-based creator, took to Instagram to vent her frustrations about common sense and rudeness on the roads.
So her simple solution is to just turn them off. So Sania points out that using high beams comes with a penalty of 4 black points, but many drivers still don't seem to listen.
And she's not alone. When Lovin Dubai asked our WhatsApp audience about this habit, the response was clear. While most drivers say they follow the rules, plenty admitted they've been on the receiving end of the dreaded high beam experience.
Oh, God, they're so annoying. They're the worst. I don't know if...
You said tailgaters are the worst. What's worse, tailgaters or high beams?
I was just about to say, like, I don't know which one is worse, high beams or tailgaters.
It's so rude. It's like how
what
could
do you mean? What do you mean? Like, why are you so offended that I'm driving slow? Just move past me. Like, I don't know. Move to the next lane. Tailgaters or high beam. I feel like there are some people that, you know, do both. Tailgate and just put that high beam on.
Do you know what's the real rudest thing though? taking 2 parking spaces. You know, when you're in a really busy mall and you're coming up and you see a space and you're like, and then there's this car which is like diagonal over 2 spaces, and you're like, really?
That's so selfish, by the way.
Were you that rushed?
They were not rushed, they were selfish. Or sometimes they do it because they don't want anyone to park next to them. If you don't want anyone to park next to you, just park at the end. Just really park in the end, and no one's going to park next to you. But a lot of people do it because they don't want any cars to be parking next to them. But still, that's so selfish.
They don't want to get the scratches and stuff.
Yeah, they don't want to get scratches. But it's also rude for you to just open your door wide open and hit the car next to you.
Yeah, of course. Not using indicators, that's annoying.
Yeah. I feel like, by the way, for me, when I'm driving, I feel like I have to predict people's next moves, you know, because a lot of people don't use indicators. And I know there is a big fine on not using indicators, alhamdulillah. But I'm driving and I have to predict if this car wants to switch lanes, and I have to see the next move. And if I feel like they're coming closer to me, it means this person wants to switch lanes. Not the indicator. No, if you're coming next to me. So please use your indicator.
I could just go on with things that bug me on the road, but actually there's some good news on the road. This was announced yesterday. Sheikh Zayed Road has expanded to ease traffic. This is a 700-metre stretch of Sheikh Zayed Road has been expanded from 6 to 7 lanes, boosting capacity by 16%, allowing up to 14,000 vehicles per hour.
The Umm Al Sheif junction was a well-known pinch point, especially during peak hours. So the project aims to eliminate overlap issues and ease pressure. And so thanks to the Sheikh Zayed Road expansion project, drivers will now feel some relief.
Thank gosh for that.
I love hearing those expanding traffic, no more traffic, more roads, more bridges news. It just makes it so much less. I don't know if it's... No, I haven't used Sheikh Zayed Road after summer, and I can't really tell you if I experienced more traffic during on Sheikh Zayed Road.
Anyone watching been on Sheikh Zayed Road since
school
the kids started back at school? I've noticed. I live in my little bubble, as you know.
Yeah.
That doesn't have
Production
traffic.
City, crazed.
Yes. Production City has, so like I go to an area to the gym and I usually nip home. I don't even take a main road. The nipping home since school have started is no more. At each, I can't believe it. I'm like, where have these cars come from? It's all these like small lanes. You're waiting for like 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
I'm no longer smug, although I'm still a bit smug because it's not that long. But at the same time, I'm like, if these roads are packed, I have no doubt that every road is packed.
Al Khair Road in the morning is packed because sometimes I take that and it's usually very packed. But Production City, today morning, why?
Getting in.
Yeah, getting into Production City, the traffic light was
cool place to work.
Yeah, it's a really nice place to work, and lots of apartments, I know, but...
Sometimes I say Production City and people don't know.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. You know what they think? They think it's Studio City.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every time I pass by Studio City, some of my friends will tell me, oh, that's where you work. I'm like, no, that's Studio City. Same, but not same.
I guess it kind of makes sense because there are media companies.
Yeah.
So my frame of reference, and I'm so bad at maps, but I think it goes Studio City, Motor City,
yes.
Sports City, Production City.
Sah.
1, 2. Thank you. Is that right? Yeah. And that's like that little area. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And they all have their own little pockets of things to do.
Yeah.
Production City.
We're
producing non-stop producing. However, there's also some lovely walkways that you could get to know. And speaking of lovely walkways, we're excited to welcome our next guest. Karen Beiruthi has the founder of After 6, a walking community in Dubai and beyond. She will be with us after this very short break. Do stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Are you curious about how an evening walk can turn into a fun community event? Well, today's guest is Karen Beiruthi, the founder of After Six, and we're going to talk about how she started the walking club and what makes it so special in Dubai, Beirut, and even Doha. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, first of all.
Of course.
So
can you tell us more about what is After Six and why did you start it?
Okay, so basically, it's actually a fun story. Before moving to Dubai, I used to live in Italy for 4 years. So I was so used to walk there everywhere. And coming here with not this way of transportation, I thought that I really missed it and I wanted to walk. So I decided to walk everywhere. And people used to make fun of me for that. By people, I mean my friends.
We're not used to that here.
Yeah, they're like, why do you walk in Dubai? Like, it's impossible to walk. Anyways, it's too hot. No, it's not true. So I started walking, and one day I decided, just for the sake of it, to post a story. And in the story, it was like, hey, I'm going to walk every week. Does anyone want to join me? Fun fact, after that, around 70 people reached out to me.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were like, yes, I've meant to like find a way to walk. I wasn't motivated, etc.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I can tell you that this started around 8-9 months ago, and now we have more than 700 members in the community, in the WhatsApp group. Yes. And the community is around Dubai. It started in Dubai. We did some walks in Qatar, in Doha, and in Beirut as well, Lebanon, where I'm from. And I turned this fun idea into a brand.
Okay, and tell us a little bit more. So are these 700 people joining you on your commute to work, or do you have established walking routes?
Okay, so the concept behind the name After Six is going on a walk or on an activity to meet new people or to put in some steps after 6 p.m., aka after the work shift is over,
right?
So that people can get a bit motivated in order to like not feel like I don't have the energy anymore, I want to go back home. No, you can still come, walk a bit with us, meet new people, and it's kind of a nice way for people to know that they don't need too much requirements to get to meet others.
True.
So
nice.
I feel like we're all craving a little bit of like this walk after work, or like, meeting new people, or like having a community around us.
Just to like let go, have a breath of air, meet new faces.
Yeah, and it's usually like a very casual environment. So you just said you recently moved to Dubai, and a lot of people that move to the city say that they struggle finding new friends, new people.
Yeah.
Was that the case for you?
So it would be like a good idea to say yes, but no, I didn't struggle that much. Just because I kind of knew where to search. And I already had like friends already established here, and knowing that, I've heard so many times that people were struggling to find new people and they feel like the city can be a lonely city or a city that doesn't really help for you to be in different environments with different types of people. I really thought that this walk that is technically guideline free, like you don't have to pay to enter, for example, you don't have to wear something specific, you don't have to like prepare yourself or whatever. It's just something so chill that would like encourage people just to do this extra step comfortably and in a very chill way, and at the same time regroup people from very different communities, not only, let's say, from the wellness industry. It's literally anyone, because it's not something that's demanding, let's say, when it comes to physical or athleticism or whatever. But yeah, like I don't know what to say.
It's an amazing community that you've built, and I loved how it started. It sounds so natural, but I wonder, because now you've built a community of 700 people, and you've organised walks beyond Dubai in 2 different countries. So what's your own personal inspiration for managing this? Because I imagine it's taking some time out of your life.
I agree. It is taking some time out of my life, but the thing is, I realized while building this and some other projects aside that I love working in environments that involves people. I'm a communications person. I'm someone who is outgoing, who is an extroverted person. And being able to build all of this was not just an effort that is just like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's more of, hey, it would be cool to do that. So it's more out of motivation, excitement, like getting people together. And now that I think about it, you asking me this question, it's literally what I know how to do the most on my in my personal life, on my day-to-day, and in projects like these ones.
And I feel like the response was super quick because everyone wants that. And with that being in mind, what type of people join those walks? Is it just newcomers? Is it long residents?
So I actually, fun fact, before answering you, one of the videos that I usually upload on social media, a lot of videos that are interview-based. I like going like those famous people going, hey, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
I did that on some of the walks. And to get the audience to know who are the people who are joining this community. And when people watch the videos or when people attend the walks, they discover that everyone is like from such different backgrounds, whether it's a more corporate background, consultancy, creatives, even tourists. And when it comes to nationalities, I can tell you that it's a mix of everything, and that's the best part about it. And I think that reflects really well Dubai's identity. Because like for me, going from, for example, Europe to Middle East, like coming from Lebanon, for me it was more about being around Lebanese people. In Italy, I was getting this European international exposure. But in Dubai, for me, it's like the perfect of the best of both worlds, like getting the international community and this Arab Lebanese essence as well.
True. Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what's so, it feels like recently there's been a shift in how people socialize. So instead of people wanting to go out to parties, I feel like people are going to these like coffee raves and walking clubs. Have you noticed that shift? Do you think the walking club would have been as successful 5 years ago?
That's actually a very good question. I think that whenever you portray something in a way that is pleasant or attractive, you might get your crowd. But the fact that it grew so fast over like few months does say that it does like reflect the fact that this past years, the shift in the trend has become more towards wellness, towards more, let's say, well-being, the mental health, the healthy lifestyle. So, of course, it did play a role, but I think any idea that you would try to launch into a community, whether it's trendy or not, it's about how you perceive it and how you want to communicate it to the world. If you believe in it, I'm pretty sure you're going to find people who are going to be like, yeah, actually, I think it's a cool thing. I think it's a cool idea. I want to try it. I want to join it. So, yeah.
You started this a couple of months ago, but right now it's summer, it's hot. How do you maintain that walking club?
So, very good question as well. The last walks that we did in Dubai were in May. So May was the last month where we maintained the weekly walks. Obviously, June, July, August were too hot to walk outside. As planned, and unfortunately it did not happen, but I'm going to tell you in an ideal scenario what it would have been, is to do some outings that are still community-oriented, fun, but not necessarily walking outside in the heat. Like, for example, some events that are in the pipeline to think about before the weather gets good right now is, for example, we're planning on organizing a paddle game, for example, just for us to get together, have a fun time, and still maintain this community-like feel.
Yeah.
And other than that, when it comes to online, let's say, I try as much as I can to get here and there, engage with the audience, engage with the community, try to post fun stuff to make them remember and get them excited to what's coming.
Right.
And also the fact that I was able to start other walks in other countries helped a bit with the shift of weathers. Like, for example, in Beirut, it was easier to do walks because the weather was a bit less intense than here.
How many people came to your walk in Beirut?
Last walk was around 40 something.
So you just spread out a message and people just joined?
Yes.
So interesting. And I wonder, you're using social media, which is amazing, to gather your audience. And I just wonder, do you think social media is helping people build connections, or do you think it's actually making it harder for people to build relationships, and that's why they need something like the walking club?
It's a very extremist question, because I believe in both. I believe that social media can help you in so many ways that the ways before getting social media involved took so much longer to make things work. And because it's literally a platform to share knowledge, to share things. So if you know what you're sharing and who you're sharing it to, you're gonna find the right way to use social media. Now, unfortunately, also social media is the reason why people get as well isolated.
Yeah,
so it's like the platform that reminds you that, oh, you wanted this, but you didn't get it. It's the platform that reminds you that you wanted to be there, but you're here. Instead of course, there are accounts that try to preach gratefulness and trying to realize what you have and not think of comparing or whatever. But in general, people automatic response is gonna be to like just compare, and it's gonna let them not want to go there or not want to go out or feel too not up for it. Just feel like texting online is enough, for example. So I think it plays in both directions. But when you know how to use it, it can bring people together, like after 6, for example.
Exactly.
True, you'll find the people that were willing to, like, they're constantly searching for communities that helps them get out of there and get out of their house, basically. But you've held multiple walks before May here, and you've had different locations, just not one location. But is there one specific location that holds a specific memory to you?
So, I really like changing locations because one of the things that I wanted to promote with going on walks is to discover Dubai, actually. There are so many areas that people don't go to because it's either too far, too crowded, I don't know it. There's a lot of why I would not go there. So doing the walks in different areas of the city did help discover the landscape of Dubai, discover where it's nice to walk alone if they're up to walking alone, for example. But I would say one of my favorites would be Kite Beach, because it's the one that combines the best assets for a walk, the good vibes, the
food,
the food kiosks, the beach, and I'm a beach person, so I really like doing anything by the beach.
I love Kite Beach so much.
Kite Beach is the best for walking. I think
and the roads are very wide. It's comfortable to walk there. Like sometimes when we walk in the center, for example, it's a bit more complicated to be comfortable, but still manageable, of course.
So when people see you walking in like big groups, do they look back? Do they notice? Do they try to see like what's going on?
Funny story. We did once a walk in Hive, in JVC with Hive. And people who joined late, they were like, I didn't even need to call you or like check the location because I was seeing like 100 person walking in the middle of the road, and I was like, oh, okay, that's them. Or other people who were just joining because they saw us and they were like, hey, I'm seeing just a lot of people together. I'm really interested to know what's happening.
Amazing.
FOMO,
Literally. In their cars, walking with their dogs.
You need like a signet or you need a sign or something, or like you need to be holding something so people can
like come join us.
I've had that so many times. Like, like the touristic groups that go to Dubai Mall, for example. I thought of doing one like with After 6.
Maybe you need to put it out there. Yeah, like just rebrand.
It's not a bad idea, honestly. Thank you for that.
You mentioned at the beginning you're an extrovert.
Yes.
And I wonder, I'm sure there are many introverts who like the idea of joining something, but they're also maybe a little bit nervous or shy to do so. I wonder, do you have any advice for someone watching today who's feeling nervous or shy? Because it's a scary thing, by the way, to go solo to an event where there's already 100 people there. So what would you just say to them?
Okay, so first of all, to the introverts who actually came to the walks, I have a lot of respect for you. You took the step and you tried to go out of your comfort zone. So already, for the people who are more introverted and who tried after 6, and I hope and I see that you guys are still joining the walks, I'm proud of you. Now, for any introverted person or a person that feels some kind of social anxiety around a lot of people or in a big event, we can call it an event with this number. My advice to you would be, just know that the people who are joining there are people who decided that they are open to get to know other people, and they are people who, let's say, are not there to judge, they're not there to cause any type of pressure. They're like you, maybe a bit more comfortable when it comes to being in social settings, but they're also there to get to meet interesting people, cool people, different people like you guys who are afraid to join us. So I just wanted to say that After 6 is a very safe space. It's a hub for people to come together, meet each other without any expectations or pressure.
Nice.
Nice. And before you leave us,
Yes.
I know you mentioned it's not hot, it's not cold enough for the next walk yet. So I guess if people want to find After 6, if they want to get in touch with you, if they have questions, how can they do so?
So, if you're interested to know more about the walks, I would advise you to join the community group on WhatsApp. The link is in the bio of the Instagram account of Club After 6 at club.after6. And the upcoming walk, the first one is going to be the first week of October. So we still have some time before getting there, so the weather gets better. But I would advise you to join it now, because I might have a nice surprise for you. One of those indoor activities that we were talking about, working on that. And of course, for you to stay posted on every update, it's advised for you to be in the group, because you're going to get it before anyone else.
It is the year of community, and you are embodying the community spirit. So thank you so much, Karen, for everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much
people
for
in
having
Dubai,
me.
Of course. And thank you, Massa.
Thank you, Casey.
That brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show today. Do not forget, the Lovin Dubai Community Awards 2025 are happening tonight, and you can watch them live via our website and our social platforms. So please tune in and cheer on the community heroes of Dubai. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.